So we will start a requirement gathering workshop now, and we will see after today's business example, we will see how custom object inside Salesforce database can evolve to hold the customer different customers informations. Okay, so just a quick introduction kind of before we start. um Zafar, right? Zafar, you joined?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here.
Okay, let's listen to this. Okay, everybody, please carefully listen to the session today. Okay. All right. So last week, whatever we have seen, right, is like Salesforce is a database, right, where it's just business. They can store their business information inside Salesforce. Correct. It's just pure a database, and a Salesforce admin like us, like you, me, we can help the business to configure this particular database, right? So this is how Salesforce works. Salesforce is a cloud database, so business don't have to worry about where exactly the data is been kept. Do I need to log into? I mean, do I need to have the server or no? It's in cloud. So from anywhere, everywhere, you need a mobile applications, or you need a Google Chrome to access your data. That's it, right? So what is Salesforce in a nutshell? It is a database, right? And it provides business users to access, to insert, update, delete the data from anywhere. Correct. So last week, what you have seen as part of the database, Salesforce provides so many standard objects. What is object? Object is where you store the data. So we have explained that how standard object can help means Salesforce out of the box provides few objects, and that can help you. Today's session we will start talking about custom object. So we will see some requirement today, which you will find that you need a custom object to hold the data, custom table to hold the data in the database. All right. So the business requirement start from here. All right. So KFC as a business, they have a lot of outlets data. You know what is outlet? Outlet means where you go and eat food, right? KFC food. So they do have so many outlets all over the world. Each and every outlet is a data, isn't it? See, you as a Salesforce admin or consultant or developer, everything that comes from business, you have to think through a data. Like, where is the data here, right? Because you are the data engineer. So business said that, you know what, we have maybe like 5 millions of outlet all over the world. I need to store each and every outlet information inside Salesforce. That is the use of Salesforce for the KFC business. They said, I have many outlets all over the world. I want to store all the outlet information one by one inside Salesforce, so that if, let's say, today my inventory manager wants to see that there's an outlet in Bangalore, India, and my inventory manager wants to see the outlet details, can see here. They will just go here, search here the outlet name, Bangalore outlet or something. You'll see the data over here if the data is existing, right? So it's a database which purely Salesforce is a database which will hold the data. And today the workshop that we are doing is for KFC, and we'll see what kind of data KFC as a business would like to store, and we will do a postmortem and see like what are the fields and everything. So outlet is going to be an object, but do you do you see any standard object called outlet in Salesforce? Like, do you think like Salesforce as a product has already given a standard object called outlet? If you go here and search object, you have to find from this 9 dots, right? OUTL. Actually, this is one of my old student org. Okay. So outlet is already created. I have already created here. Let me do this. Can you give me your username and password? Whom can I ask? Ibrahim, can you share your username and password with me in the chat?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Salesforce username and password. I'll quickly log in with your user details. Or Nitu, you can also please drop it. Nitu and Ibrahim both.
I have created, but I haven't read it yet.
You forgot the password?
Uh,
Okay,
yes.
who can Sri?
Yeah,
Tabo?
yeah, I'm
Everybody
sending.
drop it. Let me see whom I can grab first. So the one that I have logged in here is my previous batch student actually. So all this thing that I'm going to discuss today and next 5 weeks, I've already done this here. That's why you see outlet here. Or else if you go and search outlet, there is no object called outlet. This is where custom object comes to the picture. We as an admin have to go and create the custom object. Sri, I got your username. Hmm. Uh, so this is the username. This is the password. Just give me 1 second, okay? Let me just quickly get it fixed. Oh, I have to type it. Are you guys using this Google Chrome extension? This is very useful extension, by the way. This is a Google Chrome extension where you don't have to remember your username and password. I normally work for many customers, so like I always stored their information here. So it yes done. Let me see if it is correct. I don't think the username password are given correct. See, the username password is wrong. It seems.
That's what I have.
Okay. Okay. Who else is dropping? Ibrahim, are you dropping? Can you please drop? Everybody, please drop it. No, whoever I got first. There's no harm to share your username and password. Okay. Hmm. One last try with Ibrahim. This thing. I could have done this before only, so that we could have saved this time. First, let me update. Then I will copy this. If this username password will work, let's go. It is also not working. What happened, guys? You forgot your password or what?
No, I had stored in my
Uh,
password manager, and this is exactly what I have.
who has the correct one?
Actually, hold on a sec. Try with this username. Let me just give you.
So mine didn't work. If
No, Ibrahim, you also didn't work.
oh wow, let me hold on 1 second. Let me confirm it.
Others, can you please help me with this? I don't waste so
Try
much of
this.
time.
Try this, please.
Yeah. You wrote dot sandbox. Is it a sandbox?
Yeah.
A sandbox?
Yeah.
Then we cannot log in. No, it's your customer sandbox. How can I log in? Hmm? Don't share your customer credentials. That's not good. Mobasir, I got it. Mobasir, drop your password. Okay. Last
Rajesh, you can try mine.
Yeah, hold on. I'm almost done. Okay, let me try with Nitu. Yes, next. Yes. Yeah, Nitu, share your verification code. I think we are good now. You have received in your email, okay? Gmail.com. Nitu, you see me? Yeah, okay, okay, got it. Yes. All right. Sorry, guys. Sorry for wasting 5 minutes of your time. All right, let's get resume. What is that I was discussing? KFC data model outlet. Yes, guys. This is how your all the business user from KFC will be login. Like how I have asked username password from Nitu. Like Nitu is suppose one of the sales executive or inventory manager or somebody from KFC. Okay, she has all so many notification already gathered over here. See, all the Salesforce related notification comes over here. Okay, let's say there's a task which is due for a few days, right? You'll get the notification that hi Nitu, there's a task due for your name. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, see, when you go here, you as a Nitu as an inventory manager, when she's trying to insert the outlet data, so when you search outlet, see there is no outlet. Why? Because Salesforce standard objects are like leads, account, contacts, all the sales related stuff. But there is no custom object called outlet. I mean, you are allowed to use any standard object to hold the outlet data, like account you can use. You can even rename the standard object and can use it. But before even you as an admin takes this decision to rename and use the standard object, please try to think that whether the standard object is this going to be used in future, because standard object, I mean the objects, the table given by Salesforce has a definition. You cannot simply use any standard object. Okay, this is again one of the scenario I have found where the previous vendor who are actually using implementing Salesforce for the customer, they actually use account and contact for a different purpose. And then customer came to us and they said that Rajesh, I want to I want to onboard my sales guys also inside Salesforce. Now when I tried to implement it, I saw that account and contact has already been used for other purpose. So everything that we supposed to use standard, we cannot use because it's a wrong implementation has been done by someone. Getting me right? So if you are using any standard object to hold some custom, I mean, to hold some data which is not going by the definition of the standard object, meaning let's say campaign. Campaign is an object will definitely hold the marketing or the campaign related data. You cannot store here customer data or outlet data. If you are storing here by renaming it, then you have to make sure that this campaign object will never be used in future.
Can we duplicate the objects here, Rajesh?
No, you cannot duplicate any standard object, but you can create. That's why I'm saying you can create custom object. Okay, so better to create a custom object instead of what do you call touching the standard object and breaking the standard system. Got it? That's the best practice I would say. But see, Salesforce is a cloud product. Okay, so remember this: nothing is unlimited. Huh? So things are limited in Salesforce. So custom object is also limited in Salesforce. Got it? Because it's cloud, right? So cloud means everything should be limited. In fact, the storage, because it is Nitu has given me a free developer org, the storage is also only 5 MB. For a paid org, if you see a customer org, it's minimum 10 GB, right? So nothing is unlimited, everything is limited, and you have to buy again. You have to pay Salesforce to get the extra thing. Like let's say you have done I think 200 custom object what you can create. 200 is not a very big number, by the way. Okay, for a very big implementations, we use many objects. What I'm saying is, be careful when you touch standard object, and also be careful and do not create unnecessary so many custom object. Understand the requirement very clearly, and then take a decision what object should be creating. It's you who have to understand it in your project, and you have to take the decision. And that's why whatever we are going to discuss today is very important. Because I have wasted 10 minutes of your time, you have to give me another 10 minutes. Okay, so this class might drag little like 5-10 minutes. Okay, listen to me very carefully now. So KFC as a business, they have determined to store their outlets data inside Salesforce, right? Outlet is the place where you go and eat. So outlet, there is no standard object called outlet. So you as a as an admin have decided to create a to decide to create a custom object. Okay, so what do you think? What do you think when you just think through a customer perspective, right? Just suppose you are the customer. Okay, you are the person from KFC. What do you think? What all data of a particular outlet a business should capture?
Region, country.
Region. First name. Okay, everything should have a name in Salesforce.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, country. What else?
Phone number.
Area, how big it should be.
Yeah, like square feet, right? Good.
Yeah.
Area.
What about revenue?
Revenue. Okay. A very important discussion I'm going to start now for next 2 minutes. Okay, when I say revenue, I suppose to start after a few minutes. But guys, please understand that this is where a difference between a good consultant and an average consultant comes. Okay, a good consultant always know whatever I'm going to tell you in next 2 minutes. Okay, so far we everybody here knows what is object. Let's say leads. Lead is an object, and mobile is what? Is a data in the lead object. I mean, what do you call record? Mobile is a record, right? This is the details. And what do you call this? Phone, mobile, facts of mobile.
Fields.
These are called fields. Yeah, fields, right? So outlet is an object, is the table in the database. These are what? Name, country. These are called fields. Correct? Now let's talk about revenue. Guys, this is where you have to understand difference between object and field. Many people I still take interview, they don't understand this and they take a wrong decision here. So whenever you are gathering this type of requirement, you're actually trying to create a field. What is field? Field, like phone number of mobile is going to be fixed. That is field. Mobile number is fixed. If it is getting changed, somebody can come and replace it. Is it like every day 5 time Mubashir will have will be changing his phone number? No, right? Or is it like, every day 5 time Mubashir will be changing his number and we have to keep the data? No, right? But in the case of revenue, guys, please understand this. In the case of revenue is going to be per day basis. Suppose today, how much is the profit? Tomorrow, how much is the profit? Day after tomorrow, every day you have to keep the revenue data and you cannot replace it. You cannot lose the data. Understand this? Can you go on mute? Somebody's on mute. Yeah. Revenue is a recurring data that we have to capture every day in the database. Isn't it? Let's think in this way. What if your
So is it
business
more like static and dynamic?
Yeah, what if your business asks you that, hey, admin, can you please show me that what is the month of July, right? So June month, how much was the total revenue that we got from Bangalore, India outlet? Hey, admin, can you show me in a report how much was the last month total income from India? Can you show me a dashboard last quarter? What all, what all outlets we made loss? Getting me, guys? This is where you have to do a reporting and you need a breakdown of the data. So can you have revenue in a field, if you keep revenue in a field, what will happen? It will be just like this, like phone number. So let's say Bangalore, India, there's a revenue, there's a outlet object. You're capturing the revenue as $100, tomorrow 200, day after tomorrow 300. You have to keep changing the number, and old data will be lost, right? So revenue, instead of field, it should be an object. Reason, because revenue should have couple of data, right? Name of the revenue, which month, which year, correct? What else? Uh, what is that? Profit,
Quarter. Yeah.
whatever, right? You have to have a revenue as a separate object, and then all this field, so that you can say, okay, and finally outlet, which outlet. So finally you can say, okay, Bangalore, India outlet, name, revenue name, give some name, some auto number or name, which month, July month, 2023, profit, what is profile? Profit is $100. Again, create another data in the revenue object saying, hey, same outlet, Bangalore outlet, August month 2023, profit is 300. Again, create another data. Are you getting me? So because you're creating multiple data of revenue under this outlet, same outlet or different outlet, a revenue should be an object, not an field. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes.
Now you know when to create object, when to create fields. Yeah. So wherever you find that there is a multiple data that you have to create, it should be an object, not a field. Wherever you find that no, it's a single data that I have to capture, never be changing. And if it is changing, I don't need to capture the whole data, right? Contact number of the outlet, it is fixed, no? Even though it's getting changed, we have to we don't have to store the whole data, right?
Rajesh,
So
how about the date?
date in revenue, yes, we need it.
Yeah.
Date we have already captured, no? Month and year.
Yeah. Right.
And
Got
it
it.
also you can put it. See, that's where the requirement gathering workshop comes. We as a consultant have to ask the customer how exactly they will capture the revenue. Do you think customer will tell you create a separate object? No, customer do not know what is Salesforce. You are the person who are certified Salesforce admin, so you have to understand how Salesforce data modeling works. And that's when you can do this kind of a workshop with your customer and take a right decision which will never break anything in future. One wrong decision in Salesforce, I mean, next chapter we will learn something called relationship. One of the most important thing in Salesforce, if you want to work as a Salesforce consultant, one wrong decision there creates a very big noise. I'll tell you few of the problem that I have seen in my previous projects. So why people take wrong decision? Because they don't have this in-depth knowledge, right? So it's not about how to create this object. It's a 2 minutes job. You can search in YouTube also and do it. But this concept is something what companies they look for when they hire somebody, right? Okay. So let me give you another example which will help us to identify whether it should be a field versus object later. But guys, what else? What are the other fields you want to capture in the outlet object?
Branch.
Branch. What do you mean by branch?
Like a specific location, outlet.
Location
I
we
mean,
have
Bangalore is
already
a very
given.
big city.
Oh yes, location we have not given, right? So location is. What else?
The outlet manager name or
Yes.
contact.
Number of employees,
Number of employee.
count of orders per day.
Number of orders per day. If I ask you, guys, understand this. If I ask you that I have to capture the order detail, what do you think? It should be an object or field?
It should be an
Object.
It should
object.
be an object.
Object.
Yeah.
Anybody says field? Sandy? Kiran? Hind? Asif? Anybody says field?
No,
If I,
object.
no, right? Awesome. That means you understood it. So see, orders means there will be multiple data, right? What is that product they have to capture, and I don't know what else comes in order. But there are many data that you have to capture. It cannot be done in a field. So order should be a separate object. Super. What else?
Working hours.
Shift timings.
Yeah.
Before I take another input from you, so we have learned between a difference between object and field, right? Let me tell you the next thing now. Guys, you as a Salesforce consultant, the good consultant and average consultant, this is the difference. Good consultant always try to make a system for a customer which has how do I say this? So Salesforce is a database, right? And I have seen many Salesforce implementation done wrongly. It's not done wrongly actually, because the customer have not captured the data properly in the object. Okay. This was a this I'm talking about a company. Okay, in the US I got a customer whose business was a magazine printing company. Okay, they used to print magazine, and you can be their subscriber, and if you have a nice restaurant in somewhere in California, you can pay them and ask them to advertise your restaurant in California area, so they will do it. That's how their business model, right? So this guy have like only couple of 5 to 6 sales executive whose job is to go to the restaurant and take the subscription order. Problem was, when I mean, this project was been done by some freelancer somebody, and then it came to Delipat like us. So the complaint from that project was, when the CEO of the company, like founder of the company, was seeing the report, no, the report has full of bad data. Let's say there's a customer who wants to take 3 months of subscription. There is no proper customer name, phone number is like 7-digit phone number, and subscription details is not clear. When he went and asked his sales guys, hey, where is the data? Why the data is not captured properly? The sales guy replied, you know what, I get very less time when I talk to the restaurant owner, and to fill it right, the data, it takes a lot of time for me, so I somehow just put some dummy data and come to my home, come to office, but by the time I try to replace the dummy data with the correct data, I forget the data. See, the entire implementation is now in toss, because the reason why the customer has put so much of money on Salesforce is to capture the data, right? Is to see the data nicely in the report to take a right decision. But if your data only is not being captured properly, it's a bad data in the system, then what is the point of implementing Salesforce? Salesforce is a very costly CRM. So we as an admin, this is how we have to take care of it, right? Now you understand, right? So my point here is, as an admin, we have to see how many fields we can provide in the system which has predefined value. You know what is predefined value? Predefined value means this. Let's say status. If I edit the data, see, lead status is a predefined value, isn't it? So there is no point that I can do spelling mistake here. I can put some wrong I can put some wrong data. There's no way. If I put some wrong data, reporting will be a difficult. You can't see the proper data in the report. You take a wrong decision. The entire reason to implement Salesforce will be false. So my point here is, you as an admin have to think that you have to give as much as possible this kind of a drop down value, drop down field in the object. So wherever you find that you can give drop down, you have to give it. You getting me? Is this point clear?
Yes.
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 Tell me which field we can give here as a drop down. Predefined value.
Country.
Country.
Location.
Location also. Can we give like this? let's say when I say location is city, right? India has
Yes.
suppose 50 cities where KFC is there. US has suppose another 50 city where KFC is there. So total suppose there are 500 cities. Now the thing is, when I select India as a country, it should show me only the city of India, isn't it? If I select United States, it should show me only the city from US. This is how you have to optimize your implementations. Else customer will be frustrated, right? You'll say, so much of data is coming in my this thing, let me put some wrong data. This is the intention of a sales executive, okay? I've implemented many projects, I've seen this. So you as an admin have to make sure that you restrict the sales guys or whoever is using the system and not to put a wrong data. So this is called, what do you call this feature? This is called dependent pick list. Okay, yeah, dependent pick list is a feature which we are going to learn once we implement this. These are theoretical things we are discussing. Now we will go and implement it. We will see that this dependent pick list it does like if you select India, it will show you only India related cities. If you select XYZ country, it will show you all that XYZ countries cities only. Okay, this is how you can optimize it more. Okay, what else we can put as a drop down?
Number of employees we can put as a range, like
Yes.
20 to 100, 100.
Can we also put
See,
the phone number, the contact number as the dependent pick list?
one thing I have to tell you here, you can only give a suggestion. You cannot take a decision, okay? Whenever you do this kind of a workshop with your customer, suggest them that, you know what, why don't you get a range of number of employee, like 1 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 100. Is this fine for you? Customer says yes, then you take a decision. Getting me right? You can only suggest, you cannot take a decision. If you assume so many things and take a decision, the end of the day, customer will say that, I don't want this, I don't want that. So suggest them, take a confirmation, put it in your document that you have confirmed this is what you need. Okay, so range is something that you can suggest. If the customer say no, I want the exact number, then range will not work, right? So it should be a free text only. Okay, yeah, what is that last thing? Somebody was saying something.
No, I was talking about if the contact number is split into two, the area code and the country calling code. So in that case, can we take the area code as the dependent pick list? Because when the user selects the country.
Yeah. Good. Okay, guys, I need 3 more fields and we'll quickly wrap up outlet. Okay, can you please give me 3 more fields?
Like maximum number of people who can come, like the seating.
Sitting capacity, correct?
Yeah.
How about the deliveries? Carry
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. So delivery, is it going to be free text or drop down?
Drop down, it can be takeout or
Correct. Or dining, right? Correct. Delivery. What is it? Take out, right? Take out / dining. Good. Very good. Okay, we have done a good job in outlet. Okay, let me go and process for the next set of requirement, guys. Outlet is where the KFC wants to capture the outlet data. Now they have to store the head office data. Now, what is head office? KFC, they are running their, this is all fake scenarios. Okay, don't think that KFC run their business like this. I'm just this is my own built scenario so that I can make you understand about how things works. KFC, they're running their business in 7 different countries, suppose. So every country there's a head office. India has a head office, US has a head office, Australia has a head office. Every country there's a head office, right? And every head office is the data. Now you tell me what are the data of the head office you would like to capture. Tell me something different which we have not captured in the outlet. Name.
Number of branches under this head office.
Yes, correct. Number of outlet. Yes. Then you need to have another field here called head office. This is where the relationship comes to the picture, guys. See here. You have to say Bangalore, India outlet. The head office of this outlet is what? India head office. You have to say Hyderabad, India outlet. Who's the head office? India head office. You have to keep adding the head office also for each outlet. Then, end of the day, you can automate. If you go to India head office, you can see how many outlets you have 50,000, 5,000, 5 million, whatever.
So
Correct?
how about the regional head office? Regional office?
Regional office, they would like, I mean, as part of my fake requirement, they don't want to capture. They just want to. Okay. I mean, I don't want to. I mean, this is just to understand the object model and the relationship. Okay. So let's not make it like too complex. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Tell me a couple of fields from head office. Number of outlets. What else?
Here also we can add working
Sales.
hours, location.
Location. Country, you have to say, right? Which country the head
Yeah.
office?
Yeah. Working hours.
Address.
Yeah.
They're also working hours. Yeah. Yeah.
Revenue?
Mm. See, revenue would be coming from outlet. Okay, this is where, guys, the third thing that we have to learn is how much you can automate. So first thing we have learned is the difference between object and field. When to create an object, when to create a field, you are clear. Second thing we have learned is give as much as possible drop down, so that you know it's getting help. I mean, the sales guys gets that help. Third thing is you have to give as much as possible drop down, guys. This is next couple of weeks we will learn Salesforce as a database only, but we have a chapter called automation. Okay, where we will see that Salesforce is not only a database. People are spending so much of money to hire Salesforce admin, Salesforce developer, to buy Salesforce license just not to have their database. Salesforce can automate so many things. Okay, so many things you can automate. Now, when you as a consultant work for a customer, you have to think what all automations we can do here. Like number of outlet. Who will go and calculate it one by one? This should be automated, no? Revenue, it's not, the see, head office is not making money, right, directly. It's outlet who is actually making revenue. A revenue is the child, outlet is the parent. Okay, one outlet will have multiple revenue data, correct?
Yes.
Parent child thing is a relationship chapter we will discuss next week. But what I'm saying is, if I have to calculate India head office has got how much of revenue, can you automate this? Do you have that enough data? I have to
No.
see India head office has done how much of revenue last month. Do you have enough data?
Yeah, based on the number of outlets under this head office and what is the revenue of those
Yeah,
outlets, we might get.
correct. So
We need to have revenue as a field in head office.
you have to correct. Let me just explain this. How are you going to do it? Help you to think about it. See, so out you have to calculate the revenue in the outlet level. Total profit current month. Can you calculate this automatically? Yes, you can, right? Because outlet is the parent, revenue is the child. How to calculate? We will discuss this later. Okay, technical part. I'm just trying to explain you the theoretical part today. So we can calculate this, right? So if I have the data in the outlet level, can't we get the data in the parent level head office? We can, right? Total profit last month. By the way, this is all very drag and drop approach. Okay, you might think that this is so tough to do in Salesforce. When I show you this how to do it, there's a feature called roll up summary. It just takes 30 seconds for me to automate this, to configure it inside Salesforce. It's so easy. Okay. But you as an admin have to think through that whether you have a data to calculate it. That's where the good implementation, bad implementation comes to picture. Try to do the data model such a way so that you have the data ready in all the levels. And then you can populate to the higher level, and then you can do a nice reporting. End of the day, it's all about report. I'm saying you. Okay, you as an admin, end of the day, you have to capture the data inside Salesforce database, and all you have to do is a nice reporting. That's it. Whatever your customer will ask, you have to create a reporting. If you can't do it, that means you have done a wrong implementation. That's for sure. Salesforce is very, very much flexible as a system. Okay, if you know the system properly as an admin, as a consultant, you can do whatever customer, even before customers say, you can understand what they need and you can present it. Okay, guys, what else?
What do you think about budget?
Modules,
Budget?
projects.
No, budget.
Budget.
Oh, budget. Yep. Again, budget also you have to capture from outlet level. Okay, this is a good thing that you should capture. Budget. Guys, budget is something. Now if I ask you, no, I want to capture the budget every month, then what will happen? I want to capture monthly budget, weekly budget.
It's going to be an object then.
It's going to be an object, correct? So simply, if the customer is saying I want to capture the budget, doesn't mean that you will just create a field, right? A good consultant always asks question. Okay, then tell me, how do you want to capture the budget? Do you want to capture it one time? Customer's like, yes. Then straight away it's a field. Customer's like, no, I want to capture the budget every month. That's when we can calculate the profit, right? I mean, that's when you can calculate how much was my budget and how much I'm spending. Is my budget calculation going well? Right? So all these things you have to ask the customer and take a right decision. Just simply do not create a field. As of now, budget, I'm keeping it as a field only. But if you ask me, it should be an object. Okay. All right. Anything from the head office?
What about departments?
Maybe the reporting manager of the head office.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boy, your voice is very slow. Okay, I can't even hear you properly. Is it with me only or with everyone? Everyone, yeah. Tebo, mic is not working. Tebo, fix it up. Yeah, what is that?
Name of the reporting manager for the head office, like the head of the.
Yeah, correct. Reporting manager. Now, let me introduce another story here called reporting manager. Sayada, you're understanding, right? Sayada?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Who else? Priyanka?
Partially, yes.
Why partially, Priyanka? That's so sad.
No, I mean, I'm understanding, but like you said, it's very important to understand what is object and field. So that's where I'm a little bit, I'm not confident.
No worries. You will do a homework, okay? I have a proper homework for this. It's not that only listening to me will help you to clear everything, right?
Right.
It's I mean, nowhere in the world you can get best explanation than this. That's guaranteed. I've been doing this training
For
since
sure.
last 14 years, okay? So this is my maybe like 450th batch I'm doing it. The same story I've explained more than 500 times, okay?
Right.
So nobody in the world can explain you more than this.
No, I'm not doubting you. I'm doubting myself. My understanding. Like you said, it's very important to be perfect with the data.
Correct. Don't worry, I'll help you to clear it out, okay? Just listen to me clearly now. If you have any
Sure.
question, drop it. Rest, leave it on me.
Thank you.
Okay, what was the next thing I was discussing? Yes, guys, reporting manager. Okay, let me just start another story from here. Okay, don't you think that as a business, when I say reporting manager, I want to see the reporting manager details? Huh? Yes, right. So let's say for this India head office, Rajesh is the reporting manager. And I, as somebody, I like vice president of the company, I have opened up Salesforce database. I want to see who's the reporting manager of India head office. I want to talk to him. Why the India revenue is so low? Let's have a meeting. If I have to see the data of the reporting manager, can I just capture reporting manager data in a field?
It'll be an connected to the contact object in Salesforce. Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Connecting to what object? That's a different question. But whether can we capture it in a field or it should be an object? That I'm asking.
Object.
Object.
Object,
Because it
right?
might change. Reporting managers might change. So
Correct. Reporting manager might be changed, right? And it's, yeah, see, even though it's a field, you can change it, but the main difference comes between field and object is, if I have to see the reporting manager proper detail, whether the manager is contract or full time, what's his phone number, address, how many years of experience you have, what are the old designation, new designation, I can see, I wanted to see all the details. Can I see it? Sorry. Can I see it if just the data is being captured in a field? I cannot, right? Then you have to capture the data in a separate object, and just you have to populate the data in as a reporting manager. So we have the third object called employees.
So can't we use this for in contacts object?
You can, yes, you can, right? Definitely you can, but again, it's up to you. It is your decision. Where if the contact is not been used so far, you can use it. Okay, you can use it. Understood?
Yeah.
See, you know what? If you guys are, I don't tell you guys a customer something, right? You guys are student. So your data also I have captured in my Salesforce CRM. So how we have built the database is like we have batches. Like I have done many batches, right? So if you ask me, actually we have started gathering the data in Salesforce since like 2018 or 19 only. Before that, I don't have the data actually. But from 2018, 19, if you ask me that, sir, send me the details of 2018 January batch, I have all the details. How I have done the data modeling in my Salesforce CRM is I actually have used account. I rename account as batch, like July 23 batch. I have contacts. Contacts are nothing but student details, like your details. I mean, you guys are getting call from Rana, right? He is actually clearing all the data. I mean, I don't know, due to some reason, this campaign, we have got many students, okay? And I want only the connected people in my batch, right? So I ask him to talk to everybody and only get those people in the CRM, whoever is doing this class seriously. So he's doing it. So now if I go and open my reports, no, I can see your name. Whoever has joined today, no, I can see properly your name. You guys have submitted your homework, right? That data also I can see in my report. Okay, that who has submitted, who has not submitted, right? I as a business owner, I just see the data. Rest, Rana, and he has his own team, operation team. They does this data management part. So
they
why
will
I'm saying
enter,
this,
so if I have submitted my work, the write up, so he will go and enter into the forms that this
right?
person is
He
submitting.
has a team. He has a operation team, has their own username and password. He will quickly. Your normally we have not started that that way. Okay, we just have done only 1 week of basic discussion. This week onwards, we will start the assignments and all. So there's a person who checked the assignment and he puts his feedback into Salesforce. Why I have to capture all your data? Because tomorrow, if I have to share your data to some consultancies who wants to do your marketing, right, they will have proper data, like how good you have done the training. And this training, if somebody has done properly, so I have the data actually. Now let's not deviate from the topic. Okay, why I'm saying you all this, because I actually had used account object and contact object to capture the account is the batch. Under account, we have so many contacts, right? Contacts I've renamed as students. So in the contact object, I was capturing your data. But what happened is now, because Delhipat is also our brand, right? We have started using Salesforce for Delhipat sales. We found this problem because in the Delhipat, right, we have the same sales cloud process, and I want account and contact to be used as part of sales. I cannot do it because I took a wrong decision before, and I use account and contact to hold the batch data and the contact data, batch data and the student data. This is where I went wrong. Okay, that's what I'm saying, right? Somebody said, right, for employee I can use contact. Yes, you can. There's no problem, but again, you have to see whether touching the standard object is going to be a big problem later or not. That is purely your call. Okay, if it is a problem, like for me, I only took this decision, so I cannot escalate to anybody. It's my decision. Who I only have decided that I'll use account as a batch, contact as a student. So I cannot escalate to anybody. But if you take this wrong decision, that will be a problem. So try not to touch the standard object. Um, and try to create a custom object. See, for everything I'm telling you a story, okay, these stories are very helpful, okay. I mean, this is where you can actually connect the real-time projects with the theoretical things, okay. Can you tell me a couple of fields for employees?
Employee
Rajesh,
ID,
before we
designation.
move forward, sorry to interrupt.
Tell me.
You recommend that we do not use the existing what do you call the columns in it?
Standard
Fields,
object.
Standard object.
standard objects. Let's suppose if like you shared your previous experience, if you have used the contacts field object, sorry. What are the possibilities of modification of that later on?
I'll tell you. This is a good question you ask, okay. I was expecting this question from someone. So let's say you have done this wrong implementation, okay. I actually have done this, okay. This was a manufacturing company who had done this wrong implementation, and as part of us, we actually corrected it. How we did is they had almost like 4 to 5 lakhs of data, okay, in that standard object which they have used. So our team had to export all 5 lakhs of data in an Excel file, clean up that, create a custom object, then load that 5 lakhs of data back again in the custom object and replace the object. Now it's not that simple, okay. I mean, unloading and loading the data, it is simple. We will learn a tool called data loader, through which it is just a half an hour, 1 hour job, okay. But the problem comes in, there are so many features tagged to that object. Like for example, whenever a student, like when you guys when your data created in my CRM, now you guys have got an email. I don't know whether you have got it because that feature is off for this month, but you could have got an email say, hey Sayada, this is Rajesh's team, we are so and so. That is a feature. So many features are also being tagged to that object. So you as an admin, you have to understand what all features are there with that object. If I replace that object with a custom object, what all features I also have to replace. All those features, you have to rewrite the configuration again and do it for the custom object and the data replacement, what you have to do. So it's not a very tough thing to do, but again, for a complex project where the project has been used for 3-4 years now, then it would be little complex, because so much of data it will be there in that object, and loading and unloading the data would be a tough thing.
Got it.
One option, okay. Another option is let it go. Whatever has been done, it is done. Let's use a custom object to fulfill your that requirement. So do not touch that existing thing. Okay, you just use a custom object and do things, okay. Why we use standard object? No, because standard object has standard features. Like for a lead, I think if you guys join my Friday's discussion, I told you, right, lead and campaign, one lead can come from multiple campaign. This is standard feature. I don't have to do anything. I just have to create a lead. I can tag that lead, which campaign the lead is coming from. This is standard feature. So you will miss this kind of a feature if you go with a custom object, but you can build it. It's not that you cannot build that features. After we learn Salesforce admin, all the standard thing you can't even build it again. Okay. See, customer sometimes do not understand. Okay, customer is customer. They don't know Salesforce, right? But because we are a Salesforce partner, okay. So sometimes what happens, Salesforce also evaluate who has done the implementations and whether it's a wrong or right implementation. And that's a wrong impression that we get as a Salesforce implementation partner from Salesforce. Like, hey, you are the partner, you have done a wrong implementation. How come it happened, right? So that's a problem sometimes we get. Okay.
Can we customize the fields with some calculations?
Yeah, everything is customizable. I mean, this question you can answer by yourself after we are done with at least next 7 days of sessions, because next 7 days we are going to learn how to customize it fully. So everything you have here in standard, you can customize it. You can. This is not called customization. Customization means coding in Salesforce. You can configure it. Okay. Whatever is admin, that is called configurations. Whatever is development is called customization. So we can configure it. Okay. Sounds good. Awesome. Guys, this was a very good session. I'm really glad you guys are asking question and communicating with me. Keep doing it, okay? I thought to finish it today, but let's just finish this employee object and then we'll take it from tomorrow. Can you tell me a couple of more fields for employee object?
Or
Email.
designation.
Email. Sorry.
Phone number,
Address.
location. Yeah.
Salary.
Okay, let me tell you this. This is what we are going to discuss in detail in a chapter called security. Our next to next week chapter. Okay. So in security, we will see that somebody, let's say junior HR or senior HR, when that junior HR guy logs in, no, they will see salary as blank because salary field will not be accessed by that person. But when somebody is a senior manager logs in, can see the salary. This is a part of security which we as an admin have to take care of, which we are going to learn next week. What else?
Type of employee, like contractor or full time or intern.
Drop
Yeah.
down, huh?
Can we use the location also here?
Address I've given, no? Employee address.
Like location of the head office in
Yes,
India. Right?
correct. So for
Yeah.
that, we are going to capture that here. Okay, this is where many to many relationship comes to the picture. Okay, this is a very interesting session we are going to take. We'll not take it now. Okay, else you'll be confused. What else?
Gender education.
Name of the manager they report to.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
correct. Name of the manager name. And let me tell you this. Manager name, don't you think that manager name, whoever is going to be a manager, is all their data is also there in the employee object only? Yes or no?
Yes.
Suppose there are two persons, Nitu and Rajesh. Nitu is a employee, Nitu's email, phone, everything is there in the employee object. Rajesh's email, phone, everything is an employee object. And Nitu is the manager of Rajesh. This is called self lookup, self relationship. Okay, we have a chapter called self relationship where we will see how Nitu and Rajesh, being a part of same object, can report each other. Okay, this is very interesting chapter. Okay, we will learn this in the next chapter. Okay, that's it. Okay, guys, one request is I thought I'll be showing you today how to create these objects and fields, but I don't have time today. Tomorrow's class, I'm going to show you how to create these three objects. Am I missing something here? Outlet, head office, employee, revenue. Is there anything else? Okay, let's have only these four objects and the fields. Okay, I'm going to share a video with you. If it is possible for you, watch the video and try to create it by yourself. Anyway, I'm going to explain the same thing tomorrow, but if you can do it in your home, right, tomorrow whatever I'm going to tell you, actually you'll be familiar with it before only, so you can give me a tough question. Okay, so I'm going to share, Rana is going to share that video with you, whatever I'm going to discuss tomorrow. Watch the video, try to create these objects and feel by yourself if you can. Tomorrow anyway I'm going to explain you the same thing. Okay, guys, this Excel sheet, please keep it with you. I'm going to download and give it to you. Okay, Rana, are you there? Rana? He's not there. Guys, let me just quickly take a screenshot of your attendance. Okay, Rana actually used to use some Google Chrome extension to take your attendance, but unfortunately I don't know what is that. So I'll quickly take a screenshot of whoever has come today. Okay, cool. Sounds good. How's the session today, guys? You understood everything?
Wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah, everything was good.
Yes.
Yeah, it was good.
Like the next session will be like this only. Okay, just keep joining it. Okay, do not miss the session, because this is where I'll just grow your interest in next couple of days. Okay, next couple of days, if you join my session, this is I call as a hypnotize session. Okay, I'll make you fall in love with Salesforce.
Yeah, Rajesh, you said you will be sharing your notes on the drive. I don't see that folder yet.
Yeah, that has not been done actually. So I'll quickly tell Rana to do it today. Okay, it will get done today. Let us go to office today. This is like 8 o'clock now. We'll go to office 10 o'clock and we'll get it done for you today. So today, when you go and open your what is that? WhatsApp group July batch, guys. When you open your this WhatsApp group, right? So we still have 28 people, but how many people has joined today? 20 people, right? 8 people still have to remove from here. Guys, here in the group description, right, this is your class link. This is where you will find Google Drive, okay? And the Google Drive will have basically 2 folders, okay? The Google Drive will have 2 folders. One is called class recording, one is called study materials. So from today onwards, I'm going to provide you my study materials. All right, you have to watch the study material as I implement it. Study material is something that I have built by myself. You do not have to search anything in the Google. If you search, you'll be confused. So let me drive you. Just trust me blindly, okay? Do whatever I'm saying you. So I'm gonna update. Rana is going to update it today. If you have some problem, please highlight it in the group, okay, and escalate it. We'll quickly fix it. Sounds good?
Yes.
No question?
No questions. Thank you.
No questions.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank
See you
you.
tomorrow.
Thank you.
Time same.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a good
Thank you,
night.
Rajesh.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rajesh.